And we love her. So this week I thought a good idea to speak to everybody here about Band of Brothers, this amazing community that we have. And I've been thinking the whole weekend that most men have zero idea how alone they actually are. I'm not talking about sitting in an empty room. I'm talking about the kind of alone that happens when you are surrounded by people, by church. You are regarded um, as someone important at work, maybe. But that type of loneliness that says that no one really knows what is happening, what is going on inside of you. Maybe you're married, maybe you're successful, maybe you have a calling. Um, like you feel like God's called you to do something. Maybe you have people needing and depending on you every single day, and still you feel like you're carrying something that would break you if anyone ever found out. And that's the type of loneliness that I'm talking about today. So it's November right now, but December is coming, and December is the month that I've experienced men being hit the hardest. I think many times throughout December, men joke, they drink, and they overwork, maybe even before the time. And sometimes they just pretend that just the holidays. But actually, one of the most dangerous times of the year is December because that's when isolation does its best work in December, when the world starts to slow down and the noise in your head gets loud again. You start maybe scrolling more on the phone, and then you end up in places where you don't want to be. You start to zone out more, detach, go into that preoccupation phase. Maybe telling yourself that you're fine, but you know deep down that you are not fine. I know what you are. You are tired. You are not the type of tired that sleep would fix. Uh, You are the type of tired that grows in silence. I think every man learns how to survive alone. I can't depend on this person. If it's gonna be, it's up to me. I alone can do it. Men learn to take it, to push through, to say, everything's well, I'm good. Good donkey. Good thanks in you. How are you? We turn the questions that is coming from a space of care back on the person itself. But I don't think that survival is just being strong. I think it's um, just enduring without a sense of purpose. So it's just enduring the loneliness another day. No one really knows what's happening inside of me. And here's the thing, I don't think any man will heal in isolation alone. Um, you might manage in isolation or just get your head above water, but you'll never mature and become emotionally aware and powerful like you're meant to be while you're alone. Because real strength isn't found in silence, it's forged in connection. Like the scripture says, iron as iron sharpens iron, friends form each other. If I had to directly translate from my Afrikaans. And that's why this is why I've built this thing, because I know what it feels like to be lonely, carrying heavy secrets and shame. This is why we designed this band of brothers. Um, Band of brothers, I mean, our aim is to help men who are struggling with pornography and compulsive sexual behaviors, but it's not just for men who need fixing. The space really is about men who are tired of pretending. Um, so every week I watch men who thought they were the only ones confess things they've kept years, sometimes even decades. I've seen shame dissolve in real time because another man simply said, I've done that too. And in that moment, they break the shame. I've seen laughter come back into the lives of men who forgot what it sounded like. To really laugh out of your belly, that sort of laughter that's liberating and contagious. I've seen honesty do what motivation never could have done. And the craziest part is no one's performing. No hero. I'm not the hero. I bust that bubble as much as I can. Um, just means sitting in truth together, realizing that God meets us most in our honesty, not in our image. So this time of year, the last few weeks before December, the pressure starts to settle. It starts to kick in. Families, expectations, the holiday plans, and the quiet. Easy to drift back into old patterns, hiding and numbing and surviving and just escapism, which is what addiction's all about. But you don't have to walk through this December, this one, alone by yourself. You can finish the year stronger than what you started, not because life got easier, but maybe because you stopped pretending that everything was just okay and that you're strong enough. You joined a brotherhood that fights for freedom like it's their own. So most men have no idea how alone they actually are. You don't have to stay one of those individuals because the moment you start speaking is it's the silence that starts to break down inside of you. And that's what the Band of Brothers community of Grace Online is all about. It's about men who bleed honestly and openly, who fight the isolation, refuse to let each other fall asleep in the darkness of numbing and all alone and loneliness. You're not weak for needing brothers, but you're made to need. You're made to depend on someone else that's got your shoulder, um, someone that's by your side. You're just a human if you need that. And you know what? Real men will definitely stand together while they heal together. So most men have no idea how alone they really are. And this December is going to be different. Thanks for listening to me. And I hope to see you again tomorrow morning.